All right, so for my work sprint, I put together an investor deck, not to be confused with a pitch deck, which is what the thermal team did last time. An investor deck just has a little bit more information on it. It's made to be read rather than presented. So again, just a lot of information on this. First off, I put together a little story about kind of where the idea originated. And then next, I addressed every single problem that my platform will potentially solve. Then I went into, backed it by a quote from the co-founder of Twitter and CEO of Medium. Thought it was really applicable. Talked about some of the solutions, built some wireframes, talked about incentives, stakeholder benefits, then went into market validation, growth strategy, made a couple of slides addressing a potential question about some similarities between the platform as well as a pyramid scheme, so 3 slides on this. And then anyone who knows me well knows I'm definitely going with the token model as opposed to a business model. Most of you probably don't know what this is, but it's really helpful for network effects and whatnot. But contact us. This is my not so anonymous Twitter handle. I'm nobody. Then the process, but what I'm supposed to talk to you guys about. So first step in the process was rejection. So this is me high-fiving myself because Josh and even my very own roommate stabbed me in the back and promised to work with me later. Oh, I'm gonna leave you guys. No, but in their defense, this has been something that I've been thinking about for months now, and they just didn't want to be my PowerPoint lackeys, so they thought their time would be better spent elsewhere. Then doubt. And when I was in the middle of the slide, I was like, man, this would just be so easier to type out in a post, just a bunch of words, because that's what I'm much better at. But I stuck with the Google slide and put it together. I also learned very quickly that I'm the one on the left, the developer, as opposed to the designer. The meticulousness of designing just gives me a headache, and like all the small details. If you saw my phenomenal wireframe, you can see that it's not quite where I'm competent. Apparently designers do this and developers do this. I went with this thing though because the Rubik's Cube over here. Anyone who knows me knows my affinity towards my Rubik's Cube. Then lastly, work to do going forward. I still think there's too much info on each slide. That's what some of the feedback Kevin gave me. Break it up into multiple slides. The design could be much better. I could use simpler language, as well as a lot more visual representations. I think could better communicate what I'm trying to communicate. And lastly, your feedback on it is definitely appreciated. Thank you.
So I think you briefly touched on this. I think that for something like this, good job. You tell us a little bit more about what the difference is between pitch deck and investor deck. I think that you went for the long form and the short form, but what are the big differences that maybe everybody in the room understands what a pitch deck is? How do you better explain what an investor deck is?
Yeah, as much as I understand it, which probably someone like Kevin knows better, an investor deck is to be read. Like you send it over online, whereas a pitch deck has much less information on it, a lot of pictures, visuals, and you're explaining it in person. Like I'm here in front of you guys, whereas I'm not here for the investor deck, so there has to be a lot more information on it.
Can you get to that place with still just having pictures?
Yeah, like one good piece of advice would be to always use visuals over words if you can. If I was given more time, I would put together some graphs and visuals and whatnot. Any other questions? Laura?
I was just noticing that your process is very self-reflective. I'm curious what felt like the most important learning for you.
Most important. The thing that sticks out the most is definitely the one between designer and developer. Like I really just it's hard for me to understand design because like I only care if it works. Like it's just gonna work. Like it doesn't make sense to me that it needs to like look a certain way. But like I kind of already knew that, so I don't know if I'd say that's the best thing I learned because I had to do some design over the summer and I was just like, this is a joke. But that's what comes to mind first. So Thank you guys.